Hello, this is the Inspiration Rock at Osiris Falls, overlooking Lake Victoria. Now, when you look at the sunset, it is so beautiful, but it also reminds us of a certain tale here in this land. We remember the ancient warriors who had a mission ahead of them, and they were warriors of Kanyaluo. The Kanyaluo are a great people now because they own big things. They own big houses, they own mansionettes, they own mansions. Some of them even own castles. But it has not always been so. Their ancestors, some time back, did something that just fell short of being a shame to the whole community. Whatever crossed their mind, I think it started in the morning. They looked to the east and they saw the sun rising. Then their eyes followed this sun through the midday up to the sunset. Then something crossed their mind. I don't know, but when you look at the sunset like this, it can inspire you to great thoughts. It can inspire you to discoveries, some inventions. So, one warrior turned to the others and said, you know, this sunset, maybe there is something in it. Does it remind you of something? And then the other person looked at the sunset a little bit puzzled. But as the sun went down and neared its destination onto the surface of the lake, it turned red. And it looked like just a big piece of meat in the sky. Oh, a big piece of meat. And the Kanyaluo people, they are bad with meat. These are the people who at one time are said to have eaten a hyena, and then another hyena, and another, and another, and another. And they became so fond of their hyena meat that even their places were named for a hyena. There is a place called the head of a hyena. Another place is also called the tail of a hyena. I don't know whether there are other places called the stomach of a hyena or the back of a hyena. The Kanyaluo people know it best. But anyway, they saw the sun that was falling very fast towards the lake. The sun was just like this, but more red. It will take on, more colors as it dips itself into the waters of Lake Victoria. Oh, then they said, if it resembles meat, okay, if it looks like meat and it drips with blood, and of course in that sun there was some blood dripping, then it must be meat. It looks like meat, it drips with blood, then it is meat. So the Kanyaluo warriors took up their weapons. They took up their spears and they started their long journey to the lake where the piece of meat was going to fall. And they ran. Oh, these people are athletic. They were running over cliffs like this, like cliffs that are like this rock here and those rocks on the fall. And the cliffs around. And they were flying over them. And then they speeded towards the lake. And they were still in very good form. None of them had dislocated his limbs. None of them had even broken a bone. The Kanyaluo warriors. Then when they reached the beach, the sun was now very red. And for them, it was dripping even more with blood. That was a piece of meat that should never be let go. They went into the boats and they started rowing, 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 until the hippos on the lake also saw them. And they were even singing to the hippos in their language. Rao, 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 rabet, gino ka loka. Wololo, 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 gino ka loka. Rao, 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 rabet. So the Kanyaluo warriors were in the boat and they were rowing, 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 rowing until they reached somewhere in the middle of the lake. And they exchanged glances and they saw that the sun was, oh, there it was, almost dripping into the lake. And they were saying, yeah, if it falls into the lake, we'll be the first people to reach it. Let nobody come in between us and our meat. And they rowed even faster and faster and faster. Engai nangai, adio mabur, engai nangai, achimoku mabur, engai nangai, engai nangai. Oh, those guys were really singing. Engai nangai, engai nangai, chimoku mabur, engai nangai, chimoku mabur, engai nangai. So they were singing to their weapons and they were singing to the paddles that they used to row the boat. And they went on and on. And then the sun was just dropping. And they rowed even faster, faster. Engai nangai, engai nangai, engai nangai. Oh, then the sun went into the lake. And the Kanyaluo warriors rowed and rowed and rowed until they disappeared. We have not seen them up to today. That was the end of those warriors who mistook the sunset for meat, red meat, dripping with blood and making saliva come out of the mouth. The drooling warriors.